All right, it's March 19th, 2026, and this is episode number 24 of the Southern Illinois Cycling Podcast, the very best podcast in all of Southern Illinois and Western Kentucky. This is March Madness. Now, if you're a sports fan, you know today is tip-off of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. If you're a baseball fan, you know that we're 1 week away from opening day, and if you're a hockey fan, the Stanley Cup is right around the corner. And if you're a cycling fan, you already know that we're in the thick of it. We've battled everything from torrential rain, howling wind, and other man-made obstacles like forgetting to pin your number on minutes before a race start. Whatever it is, we've got it all. Now, allow me to go around the horn for tonight's panel, and then I'm going to let them tell you about their very Dirty South race report. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Great intro.
Joining us is Matt Golson, Hank Dieters, Gabriel Arnone, Justin Pohl, myself, Matt Johnston, and the original villain of Southern Illinois cycling, Mr. Sean Hargis.
Good to be here.
First appearance.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, before you all begin, I have one question for each of you. I would like you to go around the horn and give me your Dirty South race report in one word without using the word wet. Matt Golson, we'll start with you.
Dry.
Hank?
Fun.
Gabe?
Gritty.
Justin?
Slippery, yeah.
Okay. Sean?
I say bloody.
Bloody. That's what I like. All right.
Can we share a photo in post of Sean's face? Did you get a good photo of that?
We
I did not see Sean's face.
Sean has a picture of
Sean's
it ever
face
since.
Yeah.
It actually
Now,
looks really good now, Sean. You look like you're pretty well recovered. It was pretty.
Yeah, it's
pretty gnarly looking.
Good. Yeah, just a little bit on the nose there, and I don't know if you can see my arm, but my arm's got a lot of road rash and still healing up, but it's fine.
I had multiple people come into the shop and they were like, "Did you see that guy that looked like he broke his nose?" I was like, "I know that guy."
I know. I ride with that guy sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, in the spirit of finishing times,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, in the spirit of finishing times, I was going to let Justin go first, but I'm going to steal his glory, and we're going to let Sean go first, the special guest.
Well, my finishing time was not pretty. What was I? I was like 4.5 hours, I think, but I think 30 of that was cleaning up from the crash because my Garmin said like 4:07. So like that, I think my chip time or whatever was around 4:36 or something like that.
Where'd you crash, Sean?
Coming down Silica Hill right before the turn to get out of there, right before the aid station. Yeah, basically the front wheel went into the washout. My body went the other direction, and then when I was off the bike, I slid for who knows how long and scraped up my arms mostly. So, and yeah.
Now, Justin told us at the end of the race that that's the most wrecks he's ever seen in a Dirty South. Now, you've rode 10 of them, right?
Yep, I did all 10.
Is this the worst one you've ridden or the best?
Absolutely the worst. Every part of it. I honestly, it would have been fine if it was 30 degrees and snow on the ground compared to what it was, in my opinion.
Did you have a goal?
Well, my goal was usually to beat 4 hours, and I have before. It's just been a while. Last year I was really sick, and I raced anyway. So, I'm glad I did race that but I knew my time wasn't going to be good last year. I didn't even really try that hard. I just wanted to finish, but it was still better than this year's after the wreck. But I will say, even with the conditions, I had a pretty good race until the crash. I'm not saying I was on record time, but my race, I was happy with how things were going. I was, especially after the levee, it was horribly, everybody will tell you, it's just the worst I've ever been on it. And even climbing up the Silica Hill area, I had a few little struggles that was mostly due to trying to avoid some other riders and trying to find a decent line whenever other riders were taking the better lines, but that slowed me down. But the wreck's what really messed up my day. I was happy with how things were going. So
Well, I think that's a respectable time for anyone, no matter how long they've been racing, considering the conditions. So kudos to you for finishing. I know the attrition before the start was probably 50%. So.
Yep.
All right, Justin, I know a little birdie told me that you had a very good race
Yeah.
and you were very dirty.
I finished time 3:20 or 3:34. So closing in on
Nice.
that 3:30. It feels almost like a win, but since the course was a little bit shorter, it wasn't quite the win that everybody kind of made it out to be. I think on that pace, I was still on time for like the same time I did last year, which was like 3:42.
Can I ask what made the course shorter? I actually had that question asked of me twice at the start finish.
So at the top of Silica Hill, instead of going all the way to the tip top, we dropped off a little early, like a mile early. Isn't that right, Gabe? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we dropped off about a mile and a half earlier. So it made the course.
Yes, before where it was the bacon and bourbon at the top of a hill.
Yeah.
Before that, get to that hill, you take a left and it shoots you straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will
But-
say,
They're 3
you
miles
wrote
short.
that a few weeks early. That was the best gravel. We skipped the
Yeah.
best gravel on that, but I think the peak was too high or something. But anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Sean Moore's truck about got washed away in a creek. So,
Yeah.
so I don't think anyone wanted to ride that.
Like Sean says, it was his least favorite race, least favorite dirty, hated the conditions. I'm mentally deranged apparently, and I got there and saw the rain was coming, was super stoked because I knew it was going to be just hard and miserable. And I actually had some bets with some people, how many people, like plus or minus 20, was going to go down. And I think it's definitely
Before
plus
turn
20.
one.
Yeah, I think I said before turn one. I think everybody got through turn one though, from what I was able to tell. So proud of everybody for coming out. It was just a really hard race, and
Matt Golson, if we can send some photos to throw maybe at the start or end of this podcast, I've got a really good photo of Justin warming up on the rollers in a bucket hat.
There's steez in that, I think. Those rollers are coming with me everywhere.
So, Justin, was your goal sub 345 or 330? I don't remember what you wanted.
Sub 430.
Sub 430.
I felt real bad going into it. So
You blew it away by an hour?
well, I mean, sub 430 because I was really just like not feeling great going into it.
Okay.
And take a pretty much a whole week off of like riding and gym work, and all of a sudden you feel pretty good on race day. So
Well, kudos to you. Again, the
Thank you.
conditions and incredible effort. You were mouth breathing with the best of them at the top of the start finish. So,
thanks, buddy. Oh yeah, there you go.
oh, there we go. There's a look in at post race Sean Hargis.
Yeah.
Yes.
You look a little swole, Sean.
Yeah. It was actually mostly the helmet where it pushed down my glasses and stuff. I really didn't hit the top of my head. I did kind of have a fat lip. I kind of hit my lip just below my nose.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was all from kind of just the helmet getting pushed down on my head, and it caused some abrasions up there in the glasses, like really cut into my nose.
Did you have to? Are you replacing your helmet? Was it Dunzo?
No, I don't think my helmet. Now, my road wreck back in September, that helmet was toast. This one still looks good. But last time I looked at it, it still looked pretty good. So
Good. Well, Justin, you didn't go down, right? Or did you go down?
No, I caught myself in the C crossing.
Yeah, Ryan Road.
Yeah. I made it three quarters of the way across that, and saw a bunch of people on the other side. I was like, "Hey guys, what are you doing here?" It was a lot of the 50K riders. Great time.
Well,
Got
there's some
myself.
great pictures of people into that.
oh man, if your feet weren't wet by then, they were wet after. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
Oh, feet were wet the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that brings us to Gabe. And I know Gabe was shooting for a sub 4 hour time, but I think there was a mechanical and he finished just over that.
Yeah, it was like a 4:02. I think, I don't know what the chip time. I think 4:02, 4:03. But I will say before, I think anyone that played a show at a dive bar, in Carbondale the night before gets like a 16, 17-minute time bonus on the solo Grand Prix right there. But yeah, but no, I got plenty of sleep, but showed up with the weather and just wasn't quite like in race mode. I was in, well, I feel good, but just not like wanting to go super hard. But I don't know, it was a good ride. My cleats came loose. I don't know why that happened, both feet. So at the top of the LaRue, I stopped and tightened my cleats, and then just kind of rode her in. Like when I felt good, I rode hard. When I wasn't feeling great, I kind of just sat in. So I don't know. It was a good time. I'll say I think this might be the most memorable Dirty South. I've had lots of people come into the shop and be like, not upset at all about it. Like they're kind of upset with the bills they're getting from brake pads.
Yeah. I'm probably one of those guys.
and bearings and stuff, myself included.
I was in the
myself
shop.
included.
I was in the shop when Sean's bike was being worked on. And I was like, oh, that's making some funny noises.
Oh, so when Sean gave me his bike, it was rolling. And then it sat in the shop for like a day or 2 days whenever I was actually going to get to it. And I tried to roll it and it wouldn't roll. The wheel bearings were
These.
And I was like, So I had to call him and be like, I have to order more parts. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't.
Now don't let Gabe
overnight.
fool you. Don't let Gabe fool you. His other mechanical was that he, I think he shredded a chainring bolt with so much power.
Yeah. When I started looking at my bike, I was like, missing a chainring bolt. Bolts came out of my shoes. Lots of things were going on. But
Hold on, you're on Shimano too, aren't you? So that's 4-bolt.
yeah, full.
Yeah, he was.
You can't
I
afford to lose 100% of your bolts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was a good time.
Did you go down?
He's like,
Humbling no from the mountain biker. Yeah, no, not a chance.
I was expecting not to throw shade on Sean or anything, but there was like videos of Silka the night before or from the day before that got put on Facebook. And I thought it was going to be like, washout Armageddon everywhere. And really, besides the levee, and like high water crossings and stuff, like it being wet, besides the levee, the course wasn't like in bad shape. It was slow, but it wasn't in bad shape.
oh, I rode it like it was dry.
It was slow. And even though it was a little bit shorter, I still think that if you like by the percentages, correct me if I'm wrong, I still think that maybe the half was faster than it was last year.
I've heard a few people say like they felt really good on the half, which I can maybe attest to that. Like it seemed like LaRue was riding really well.
Perfectly.
It wasn't till really the only part that I was like, besides, I'm going to say, again, the levee was terrible. Everyone knows the levee was terrible. But the only other part that was really slow was Trail of Tears. And maybe it wasn't super slow, but that spot is typically super fast.
Yeah.
Like I typically I'm like tired, and then I hit the Trail of Tears and it's like rolly and fast and I'm having a great time. I was expecting that, like did the climb. I was like, okay, man, like you're almost home. And then I was like, oh, this is taking a lot longer than what it typically takes. But
So, Gabe, I have a question. Did you walk anything like besides Silica Hill?
Besides the creek crossing? No.
So you rode Silica?
No. I besides Silica, I rode everything.
I walked a lot, actually. I feel kind of bad about that now.
I mean,
You got to do what you got to do.
It doesn't matter. But
I was smoked.
yeah, that's what. I didn't like go out and race it. Like I think if I would have gone out and raced it, that last hill, there's potential that I would like have to walk or get off maybe for a second with a cramp up that last hill if I went out and raced all of it up until that point.
I had to walk the 2 bumps after the top of Silica Hill. So, you drop down, you go up. And there was like a few there that like the ground was a little soft. And I just lost traction and lost momentum.
Feeling all your power.
I did that too.
Yeah.
After Silica,
miserable.
I realized that clipping out wasn't easy for me. It was because I have road cleats. And so I clipped out way in advance on like 2 or 3 more hills going through the Silica section because I knew I couldn't do it in an emergency. They were pretty well locked in. There was so much grit in my cleats.
Go ahead.
Hank,
Yeah, just start.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hank, I heard I watched your video today, and I think I remember you saying this wasn't an A race for you.
Right.
And
really my big races are going to be in the fall. I really trained up. I got my endurance right for this race, but I didn't really have any high intensity, didn't do much VO2 max. So really I set out to kind of stay zone 2, some zone 3, all the way through Silica Hill, which I know in the Silica section, there's sections where you have to put down the watch just to get up it. But really try to be conservative. And then after that, then I called it a race, right? Then I really put in efforts. And on the videos, you'll see me talking to people and that kind of stuff. But when I'd see a friend, I would sit and chat with them and roll with them for a while. And then I'd pedal on, and I'd try to catch somebody else. I'd talk to them, I'd pedal on. And, that last 30 miles, I was really looking for someone to work with. But as I was catching people, because now I was now hitting my stride, a lot of people were falling off of their pace. So I'll roll up on someone, I'll chat with them, see how they're doing, get a sense if they're ready to roll. And they were all just kind of wiped out and fading while I was now starting to kind of build steam. So ended up quite a bit by myself all the way back. I rode with some, Gene and Katie through Trail of Tears and kind of in that section. I rode with Corey for a while after that. So I had people to ride with, to chat with for a little while, but then I'd motor on and get back ahead. I stopped way more to go to the bathroom than I normally do. So I think I stopped 3 times. I don't think I've ever stopped during this race before, but I had to stop 3 times to use the bathroom. So while I would stop, I would have a little food and I'd take a little video. And so that's why you see some video clips that I took with my cell phone, trying not to drop it in the mud because I was stopped. So I was like, let me get some video real quick. And I was always around some people that I knew. You saw Adam and you saw Mike and you saw Katie and Gene and because they were just all John. We were all kind of in the same area. So for me, it was a ton of fun. Yeah, the levee was awful. Agreed. That was just keep your head down and try to manage your watch.
Keep your mouth closed.
Yeah, and try not to fall over and all the slippery stuff. But other than that, I had a lot of fun, and I felt good when we got to that shortcut hill. I probably passed 10 or 12 people just going up the shortcut hill. Not that I was flying, but everyone was so gassed by then, and I had taken it easy the first 35 or 40 miles. So
that's got to be like what. That's got to be like, and of course I've not raced it, but that's got to be one of the spots, right, that you can either lose a lot of time or make up a lot of time depending on your recovery.
I don't have a lot of time, but you can, if you cramp up that, like I did I think it was 2 years ago, I was having lots of cramps coming up that hill. Like I probably lost 3 minutes or 4 minutes standing there in the middle of that hill. Like I could see the finish line, but there I was with these hamstrings that weren't cooperating. So yeah, you could definitely lose some time. But I made up a lot of spots, as far as rankings. I made up a lot of spots in that section there and along Ryan Road, which of course I did walk the river crossing. Yeah, definitely the Silica Trail. That was the most I've ever walked in there. Again, just because my cleats were pretty well locked up, so I wasn't going to risk getting halfway up one of those steep sections and not be able to unclip.
How did you enjoy your crux?
Loved it. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Good.
It was making lots of really interesting noises after a bit. That thing was grinding and cracking and popping like crazy because there was just so much grit in the gears. But I cleaned up okay. Everything seems fine. I don't think I have to replace anything or fix anything on it. My pedals are a little noisier than they used to be, so I might have to dig into those a little bit before my race this next weekend.
So you said you rode. I saw that you rode with Gene and Katie, and I'll back up to Justin because I know Justin. I think he cleared LaRue Pine Hills with maybe Dan Eisenberg. Maybe you made a descent with him. Yeah. Did any of you guys? So what I noticed by the finishing order, it looked like a lot of people were hung out to dry by themselves. Was there any group work, notable group work for any of you? And Sean, if you want to start, or Justin, or whoever.
Sean, go ahead.
I had a good group on the levee. there was one guy I didn't really necessarily want to be in a big pace line, but this guy kept hammering up the front. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess he wants to hammer. I'll eat mud. I mean,
get a free will.
Yeah, I mean, there are several people I know of, like some of the BPR guys. They just said, I'm not going to sit there behind them, and they did that all by themselves. But I know I'd be totally gassed if I did it all by myself.
Yeah,
So I was more than happy to let pull the whole time if they were, and it was a good pace. I couldn't really see my computer, but I knew we were moving pretty good. Couldn't even really see anything when we got done with that, and I was still spitting out mud like 2 days later. But
Yeah,
how about you, Justin?
I was with Dan coming off LaRue. We got caught by a group of 3, a Mark Sparnsdorf rider and a few other guys. And pretty much the time we crossed the road there, we saw Zach Wilkins at the front. So we were rolling turns all the way up to the point where we started catching Zach. And when we started catching Zach, like the pace just fell out of the pack. 2 guys refused to pull through. The Mark Sparnsdorf guy and I were like at the front rotating, and everybody was getting like angry at the other guys. And we ended up dropping ourselves because they ended up having a really good second half, and rode off with Zach. But I was definitely pretty frustrated at some points in times with just people not pulling.
I don't know if you guys know the guy that we're referring to, Dan Eisenberg. He's out of O'Fallon, and I don't know if he watches this, but he is a 2 or 3 time Unbound XL sub 24-hour finisher.
Yeah, he's a fast boy.
And he's really fast.
He was sitting on the front chatting, and I was in the wheels sucking wind.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I thought the race was too short to suit him, if I'm looking at it in hindsight, but it clearly was not. I mean, he did fantastic. So
yeah, he's a fast boy.
What about you, Gabe?
I tried to ride with Kevin, and actually I did up till Rue. I tried to take Nate Jones's advice, and I was like, there's Kevin. I'm just going to ride with him. The only time I tried to get in front of him, that I tried to get in front of the whole group, was Dump Truck Hill. Like, I think it was like a group of probably like 15, 20 of us coming in the dump truck, and I kind of got on the front of that and just rode with a decent group up LaRue, but then stopped. And then I caught a group actually with my buddy John and Rob Landis on the descent, like halfway to the highway, and kind of rode all the way there in that group until the levee. And then I was sitting second wheel and just, eating mud and doing like 330 watts, and we're going 15 miles an hour. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. And so like backed it off, like slowly worked my way back. And then Rob was at the back, and I thought and spoke for a second. I was like, hey, Rob, we're working really hard and going 15 miles an hour. Like, I'm going to back it off if you want to ride with me. And so Rob and I rode together till Silka, and then I dropped him. And then a group with Barry Parks and a couple St. Louis guys caught me maybe a mile after Silka once you hit the road. And actually, I can't remember those guys' names. I know some of them from like BT Epic. Like, all of us were looking at each other, and everyone's like, aren't you this guy? But there's like me and 2 other St. Louis guys, and Barry was working a little bit, but there's like a group of 8 of us from Silka all the way to Trail Tears, and we were going like 23, 24. Like, there's one of the St. Louis guys on a mountain bike on like an old Epic, and he was riding really strong. But then it was like me and him and maybe a couple other people through Trail Tears, and then they eventually dropped me, and I rode by myself the rest of the way after Trail Tears.
Right on.
Which was sad.
Well, I obviously didn't race it, but I saw my fair share working the start finish and the lead out. I saw my fair share of very injured people, so I hope that they're okay. There was a few, I think one guy that went to the hospital, pretty bad forearm injury, pretty bad head injury. But kudos to him. He stuck it out as long as he could, and he realized when he shouldn't. So I think that's why a lot of people had attrition. I think that mostly it's the descent and the handling that scared those people away at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any sketchy times for you guys? I mean, I know Sean crashed, but other than that, you guys good?
Had a few rear wheel things, but that's fine. I think it was just too much pressure.
You know, honestly didn't feel too sketchy. It's just kind of a bad luck deal. I don't know what happened. I was cooking it down that hill, and front wheel might have hit a rock or something. I just know that the front wheel kind of went towards the washout, and I went the other way. That's kind of what happened. But I don't know what it transpired to make that happen. I just know what happened. So I was, and that section always is for me a little bit sketchy. I'm not afraid to send it, but I know that I usually get a little loose there too. So.
Well, that is round one of the Southern Illinois Grand Prix. Gabriel, is that going to be posted anywhere? Is that up for people to look at? Or I know John Gallick had some sort of sheet.
Yeah, there's a good sheet that works really well. Him and I were talking about that. We're going to get one. Or he's
maybe throw it in the Discord.
Yeah, he's planning on getting one built that is more of a, I guess, public-facing one that looks a little prettier and that sort of thing.
There he is. Him and Dan.
Yeah, me and Dan surviving. So I will say some of the people from St. Louis are asking about the DSR, or not DSR, but Soil Grand Prix, and saying we need to get a website going to really do something with that. And I was like, it's still grassroots right now. It's all on spreadsheets. So I have no problem sharing. We have no problem sharing that data, but it's not full customer facing yet.
There's a few things we have to do. We have to be able to add more than 35 people in that, which I think we've already done that. And then basically just make it to where it looks it looks really clean from a data point of view, but not necessarily from just looking at it.
This is completely off topic and can be taken offline later, but there's a lot of easy tools with WordPress to build forms and sheets in online format that can be very easily done.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
well,
I think the top five though right now. I think it's Chris Henderson, Zach, Alejandro, Kevin, and then you, or is it you then Kevin? Justin.
No, Kevin beat me. I was in a bad way whenever he caught me. I was pulling rocks out of my shoe and other things.
So
Kevin was super strong that
real
day,
fast.
man.
Oh, sorry. What was that, Sean?
I said Kevin was super strong that day, man. He came around me, and then he was like a 3:32 or something like that. I think was his chip time. Really,
there it is. Shout out to Daryl Bowman in the European Road Kit on the worst day of the year.
Yes, look at that.
Nice.
That's
great.
We love some DSR photos.
That was probably 6 donuts in and a bag of bread for him, if I recall.
All right, round 2 of Solo Grand Prix coming up, right, Johnston?
Yeah. Olson, Matt?
April 11th, Assault on Williams Hill. New course this year. Last year was a lot of fun, but I think we're going to run it a little different this year. Gabe, what do you know about that?
Yeah. So Nate Jones sent me because Matt gave her up. So Nate's taking it over. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this course yet. It's long. I think last year had its charm because it was 40 miles, Matt? That route?
Yeah, 40. Oh, sorry.
40-ish. Yeah. So that route you could for me at least, ride it really hard and and fast. But this route that Nate Jones sent me is 67 miles and I think 4,300 feet of vert.
47.
Oh,
47.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
I think that's you showed me today at the shop was 4,700.
Yeah.
Which is
a
lot.
I think from there he does have some other routes I think he made a 40-mile route for people, but I'm fine if people that are wanting to do it maybe do the long route. But I think
67 with 4,700 is like a lot of climbing. I mean, it's fine. But like every foot of climbing we get, the bigger the gap's going to get between like potentially me and some of the lighter riders. And like,
yeah, it is what it is.
Gabe, you're 100 kilos, but if you're like 210.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't suit me. It doesn't suit Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It might suit Gabe.
Is.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I climb okay, but so yeah, I'm totally cool with it if that's what they want to do. I think it's cool that they're taking some ownership of that, and if it works out great this year, awesome. If not, you got a hard ride in, and we'll change it. Go ahead, Matt.
Let me just say, I'm really good at like starting things, and really bad at doing anything else. It's like the Soil Grand Prix, you know, like I put a lot of work into it the year before, and I feel like kind of built it a little bit. But then now John took that spreadsheet to like another level from whatever I could do. And, you know, now you got guys talking about, you know, wanting to join from St. Louis. That's really cool. So like, and it's like the dirty, or not well, it's the same thing with the Dirty South kind of. And it's kind of, I like to start things, but I don't really want to put that much effort into them. Once it gets going, I'm just step away from it. And then
kudos to you, though.
Well, thanks. And then this other thing with the, and again, I hope I didn't hurt Nate's feelings. I know he has feelings. He's a very sensitive man. But like what I was trying to say is like there was no reason for me to plan a ride somewhere in the middle of Illinois where these guys are coming, you know, like plan what you guys want to ride, because I don't really want to ride that far anyway. I was going to do like a 30-mile ride, like, because I was kind of, when we did the ride last year, it was 40 something. And I know by the time I finished, you know, some people were still there, but a lot of people were probably ready to go. So I was thinking I was going to plan about a 60 this year, and I was going to do 30, and I was hoping that, you know, I'd get there about the same time. But yeah, I think it's great that they want to take that. And the route that Nate showed me, it looks pretty dang hard. Like, I mean, honestly, it's not my kind of route, too hard for me. So just
a quick note, 40.71 miles, 3,500 feet of climbing unofficially.
So it's double that this year. Okay. I mean, same shit, just longer.
Double.
Double.
Yeah.
Fine.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is.
It'll be another gravel ride because it comes up the backside of Williams Hill, the gravel road
Right.
this time instead of the front side of it.
So, and then, then James' starting place is the next race. So if you can make it to the, you know, Assault on Williams Hill, you can make it to Glen Vegas.
Same starting place. It is. I thought it started at the Red Onion. Oh, I'm missing something. Sorry, I'm out of the loop.
I'm pretty sure.
That was Matt's original plan, I think.
The original was the Red Onion, and then we met at the gas station last year, right?
Yeah,
now they're changing it to starting at the boat dock area, parking area.
Starting at Glendale Boat Dock this year.
Yeah.
For a 67 torture fest up every climb they could find. And Glendale Boat Dock.
So Chris Henderson wins, and then the rest of us fight for the minor places. Love to see it.
It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, so Glen Vegas the next 2 weeks after that. Mountain biking. Bring your other bike.
That was the last time I rode a mountain bike. That was the last time I rode a mountain bike.
Yeah.
I have redemption arcs to play with Glen Vegas right now.
So let's make it a party. And I think Adam Scrow is getting married that day. I don't know if he's gonna be there, but
he better not be there.
Glen Vegas and marry the love of his life. Man, what a day for that guy.
But I know I'm gonna race and then go to the wedding. But you know, we're gonna ride for him, you know, in his honor.
We're going to put some string with cans on our bikes and just kind of roll through the parking lot.
He can have my time. He can have my time. I'll have his theoretical time. How about that?
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be missing him there. But yeah, everyone else should be there, even if you're not going to ride.
Honestly, I will not be there. My son has a band thing. I'm going to chaperone, so I'll be in St. Louis area. But I'll miss that one, unfortunately.
That'll be your drop race.
I've heard some rumors of potential barbecue or other things there at that race. So even if you're not going to come race, come hang out, eat some food, and just throw some money at Simba if you have a few extra bucks just spare. Help us.
I've even heard there might be a killer master of ceremonies.
There probably is a killer master of ceremonies there. And then
it's me, Hank, if you're wondering.
And see, that just goes on further to prove my theory. You know, like I we do a podcast and I'm a crappy host, and then we got Matt Johnston like freaking writing like pro level intros, and I mean it's like I lead the way and get out of the way when somebody better comes along.
So,
Matt, and
you're kind of like the Messiah. You've led us to the promised land, and we're here to fulfill your prophecy.
I think that's Moses.
Oh, yes. Parting of the seas.
No. But that was a fantastic intro, and I think you'll be a fantastic MC.
Golson.
So does this mean we'll be rollerblading? Doing roller derbies before we know it, since you're
he's going to stop
something
right
new,
when
Matt?
we start.
Yeah, he's going to stop.
But he's great at starting things.
Yeah. What now?
So, Gabe, do you want to talk about the course a little bit there at Glen Vegas for anybody who hasn't ridden it?
Yeah, it's about 8.5 miles a lap. Beginners and youth will ride 1 lap. Sport and expert will do 2 laps, and then there's a dedicated kids course for under 11. We typically say it.
I'm riding that one.
It is a mix of very easy, kind of day hiker sort of trail to all the way to blue black tech trail, good stuff. So there's a good mix, and you should show up. If you like to mountain bike, you'll like Glendale. So
fair enough.
I know Sean and Matt rode it last year, and I think at the end of the race, Matt exploded some product all over Sean inside his van. And, I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, sponsored by Silka.
There you go.
It's supposed to be something like you clean yourself. It was like a little bag you smash, and it's got a wash rag. You clean yourself off, and he smashed it, and the liquid just flies all over.
It was a Matt Golson Acme product review.
It was really good. It was really good stuff, but I didn't follow the directions very well on the bag.
That's a skill issue then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe gave me that to do a review of, actually, and I had it for like 6 months, and I was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to review this."
Yeah. All right, so then
I'll explode all over me.
Stage 4 solo Grand Prix is like the next week. In case we're going to show 4 stages of the solo Grand Prix in like 2 months, which is awesome to see. Ride to the Sky, right? Ride to the Sky is next. Yep. Road Ride. Bring your drop bars again in case you were.
I will say we should first say that it is not a race.
It is not a race. Yes.
Yeah, right.
You can ride it at your pace.
Yeah, it is a charity ride, and it's typically to St. Francis in the past. All the money this year, though, goes to the Boys and Girls Club of Southern Illinois. So you should, even if you're not a racer and you listen to this, or people that just want to do a ride, you should do that ride. It's come to a good cause. But there's a 12-mile route, a 30, and a 54.
Yeah. So three routes. Come out, have a great time.
Good
if you want to bring your kids out,
good food, good people. It's a great event. And some people try to come back first from the long route, but they're not racing, but they try to come in first.
Maybe we should tell in case we have anyone new that's finished the Dirty South for the first time and is just tuning in, tell them where the Ride to the Sky starts.
John A. Logan.
Why would you go anywhere else?
Yeah, they have a great gym. I was just in there the other day.
Yeah.
Saw some of our cycling friends in there. Their gym's actually really nice.
Yeah.
Compared to the gym I go to regularly.
It's a nice campus, really.
Yeah. So
That's a
Riding
really
Sky
great
is
route, by the way. If anybody that hasn't done it, it's a fantastic route. Some of the best roads and climbs in Southern Illinois, and something for everyone. So definitely come check it out.
Yeah, really glad you guys are taking that over. And I'm just wondering, like, so where are you guys at on it? Like, as far as planning and stuff, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. Crystal's been working real hard getting it all set up. Gabe and Crystal have been working real hard on marketing to try to kind of bring some more money in to help kind of offset some of the costs. But honestly, just need more riders is kind of what we're trying to do. So if you know somebody who wants to ride, I mean, even all the bring your favorite gravel bike, it'll do.
Hey, what's the shortest course going to be?
It's 12.
12, right?
Okay,
I would
I'll
like
see
it to be. I'd like a shorter course. I think
Like
in the
kids?
future, yeah, like a kids course. But I think most people probably know this area that listen to this podcast. But like on 13, there's all the construction for the new bike lane. Once that is finished, there will be a great option for an even shorter course. But right at this moment, there's not a great option for a course that's short, pretty much.
Come out and run laps around John A.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If you want
That would be
to show up
perfect.
and donate and do your own ride, you're more than welcome to do that. You just need to tell us you're done when you're done riding.
So that's what the construction is over crap is a bike lane.
Well, it's not just that, but
Okay.
Yeah, they're fixing the entire bridge, and then there will be a bike lane. When that's finished, you're going to be able to ride from the sports center at Marion all the way to Carbondale, and then maybe beyond. I guess
Murphy.
So Murphy all the way. Sweet.
So
Hey, what's the day? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know when it's done. I was going to go
What's the
right
day
back.
for the ride again?
May 2nd.
May 2. Yeah, May 2.
May 2nd. Okay.
Second.
So the registration is open for it already. So it is in the Soil Grand Prix, but it is not a race. But it's it's for the competitive. They're at the front end. It turns into
a good A group ride.
Yeah, it's a good A group drop ride. It's a drop ride. Yeah,
And it's definitely a drop ride, yes.
it is definitely a drop ride. Yeah, which is fine.
All right.
And that is it for
I just really,
racing in Southern Illinois.
yeah, racing group rides though. Bike station group rides are going. St. Nick's rides are going. And Bike World rides are going. Reach out to them if you want specifics. But I think they almost do that ride every
day.
weekday. Yeah, pretty
Hey,
much.
speaking of group rides, Matt Golson said off camera that he's thinking about starting a Benton group ride, which excites me because that is 22.5 miles from my house. So tell me more about this.
Well, our mayor, the intrepid Lee Messersmith, who returned to cycling triumphantly at the Dirty South half course, the half dirty. He finished in a very respectable, I believe, 2 hours and something minutes. And the thing is like, I didn't think he'd been riding for years. Like, I know he hasn't been. And so, like, I know he, like, 1 year, last time we talked, he'd be like, yeah, I rode like 3 times last year. So he's back. He's trained all winter and he's in good shape. And I said, hey, you want to start a group ride? And so I'll bring the electric bike so I can keep up. And we'll get Sean Hargis. And then I said, and we got some other local riders. I said, I bet Matt Johnston might be interested. I said, he's not too far from Benton. And plus, I know, Matt, you are in Benton quite a bit. So Thursday nights, we were thinking 6:30 or 6, Sean? 6:30?
6:30 probably be a little bit better for me, but I could probably make 6 work, especially as we get closer to summer. So
Yeah. So I've always wanted to have a group ride here in Benton because I hate driving all over the place for rides all the time, especially like, really hard ones like that killer one in Murfreesboro. Oh, geez. That killer one at the airport and those killer climbs out there. But this will be a flat ride and yeah, we'll make it fun and relaxing, It won't be too
Is
hard.
it going to be a road ride, gravel ride, both?
It would definitely be a road ride. I don't think it'd be gravel. So
A lot of good roads south of Benton.
yeah.
Where would you guys start?
Probably somewhere around the square of Benton, I would imagine. I think we're all me and Lee are right next to each other on Maple Street. He said we'd call it the Maple Street Ride, and I said no, let's call it the Mayor's Ride for in honor of
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a good parking there? So like if I was to come up, I mean,
oh yeah, there's a big
There's
parking lot
parking
right
at
behind
the square. Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of parking around
I
the
never go.
square.
I think I've been
know.
to Benton once.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do yet, and but they seemed. Sean seemed pretty interested, and Lee seemed pretty excited. He said he had a couple things a few weeks before he could get going. So, that's good. We'll get a little ride going up here, and I'll start riding regularly again, hopefully.
What's the road that runs in between Frankfurt? Oh, Deering.
Deering Road's great.
That's kind of TTT Deering.
Yeah, and yellow. What's the yellow road?
Yellow Banks.
Yellow Banks. That's a good one. Yeah, I like that ride. Me and Sean rode the Orient, and that was pretty exciting. You get over there; it's a pretty bustling community. There's a lot going on, and
there's 17 people that live there, and they all watch this podcast.
Yeah, and you climb up a little hill to get up there. So
Yeah,
cool.
You can go it that way. You can go down. You can even go to Freeman Spur, and there's good road that way too. So
yeah, I think Freeman they're resurfacing that.
Mm-hmm.
I rode that.
It's pristine right now. Yeah, it's done.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
How far is this from my house?
That's not well. The way
It's
they're
really not
riding,
that far.
They're doing a 35-mile ride apparently from.
Yeah.
To go all the way.
I'm sitting here going, how far? I ride these roads. How far is this?
Yeah,
from my
that might
house?
be a little bit far, but I think I want to say I can do from my house. I live just south of Benton. I can do my house to not quite Freeman, but that corner that you would turn to go to Freeman and come back on the blacktop, and it ends up being about a 20-mile ride for me from my house. So if I leave from my house over basically to Freeman and then back, it's about 20 miles.
Yeah, it's about 20 miles from my house too. 19 to downtown.
That's a warm up for you.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
All right.
I'm about 2 miles.
Well, drum roll.
You got a couple miles.
Let's hear
Drum roll.
Yeah.
All right, we had a very special event happen after the Dirty South, and it was on March 13th at the Marion Pavilion. Our captain, Matt Golson, has done something outstanding. Matt, tell us what you've done.
By the way, I got to go, guys, so I got to lead you right on this list.
All right.
I'm gonna take off. It's been great being here.
See you, Sean.
See you, Sean.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Well, I played roller derby that day, and
Yes, you did.
Again,
sure
with
did.
enthusiasm.
I played. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, let me try again. It was awesome. I played some roller derby. I had big support, and I appreciated that. I didn't expect it. So I was looking for pictures of it, but I can't find them off the top of my head here. But I was extremely nervous about this. Very, very worried. My knees still hurt really bad. Like I can't quite get into a squat yet, and a lot of me hurts really bad.
All right, you're saying you're using muscle groups you didn't know you had?
There's a lot of muscles that have been abused. There's a lot of abuse. It was pretty painful. I'm going to tell a little super short story here. And so when I first went to Photograph Derby in August last year, I went to photograph it, and I was like, that looks pretty fun. And I'm not a very athletic looking person. And I thought I fit in here. These aren't real. Some of these people aren't that. Some of them are very athletic, but some of the folks playing, they're not really that athletic looking. And so I thought, okay, this might be fun. And I was getting back into skating after a long rollerblading. I like to rollerblade, and I was like getting back into that. And so I got into the skating. When I first started, I told the coach, I was like, I already know how to skate, and so this isn't going to take me long to be ready to play. And so she's like, yeah, sure, Matt. And
whatever.
About a month in, I was like, our first game is going to be in October. I'll play. And she's like, no, you're not going to play. And I'm like, okay. And I went to that game and photographed it again. And then when we first started to the point where I was like cleared to actually start like hitting other people, like contacting, I realized really quick that I was far, far, far from ready. And I never played like football, and I was so bad like in sports in school that like I just stayed away from them, especially anything that involved like balls and drills and coordination, anything that involves, staying on your feet. Anyway, so I'm perfect for this. I fall down a lot. But I got destroyed by a lot of people that I had thought would not destroy me. I guess I just didn't think would be a problem. So it's a very difficult sport. Justin hung around and watched the entire thing. We had a player on our team break a leg.
Like literally?
Literally break their leg, their tibia fibia. Scrappy.
Wow. I thought it was an ankle. It was the leg.
Thanks.
No, it was a leg.
Wow.
Scrappy Gilmore. Probably better that it was a leg because the ankle is probably more complicated, and Scrappy is recovering and had to get surgery on that leg. So that was their fourth time playing, I think. So I hurt so bad afterwards that I was like, do I even want to do this again? This really hurt. I fell down a lot. There was a dude named Spoonful, and he was like bigger than me and quite a bit better skater. And the first time he hit me, I went down hard, but I was falling down and I felt so like I was so keyed up that like the moment I went out to skate, like just a warm-up lap, I just fell down. And I'm like, I don't even know why I fell. Like it was like I just forgot how to move my feet and how to skate. And I don't normally fall so like that easily. But I was all over the floor, knees, butt, hurt really bad. But it was very exciting. And I do look forward to playing again. Our next game is in St. Charles, Missouri. We'll play. It's called St. Chuck's Roller Crew or Derby Crew or something. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I'm a little nervous about playing in Missouri and breaking a leg and ended up in a Missouri hospital or something. So I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest with you. So I may wait. I want to get better and improve a lot. So our next home games in August, all the way in August. So anyway, but thank you guys.
How often are you guys scrimmaging?
We practice most Tuesdays, and we had done a practice scrimmage like 3 weeks before the game, 3 weeks before the game, and that was my first time actually in like a game situation, and I hurt my right knee that night and really struggled for about 2 weeks, and it was just about better when we played recently, and then now my left knee is killing me, and my right knee's just sort of sore and bruised up. Yeah, it hurts a lot. The giant knee pads, you think they would help, but I fall on them and I'm like, oh man, it's really.
Well, it's more.
I'm no expert.
It's just.
Have you tried not falling?
Yeah. So that's part of the thing I want to improve on before I play again. Not falling down is hard when there's like people slamming into you. And
you're gonna laugh at me. I did a little research, and I read that there is actually a proper way to fall in roller derby. They teach you how to fall correctly.
Right. Yeah. And I did do that lesson. And I did improve a lot at that too. It's like when you fall, locking up your core, trying to hold that core tight, letting your knees take the impact. And there's several things, but I tell you what, when I was out there playing and Spoonful was trying to run over me and Big Papa was like slamming,
Big Papa was good.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Yeah. When I was getting hammered, you don't really think about anything. Like I was just like, okay, the women on my team were telling me exactly what to do. A lot of our guys, we have two guys, and they both jam a lot, TPQ and highway, which means that they're kind of like the quarterback. So they're kind of doing a different thing. They're trying to skate. They're kind of doing like what I would like to do, which is just like blast around the track as fast as possible. And I'm a blocker. My job is to stick my butt in front of people so they can't pass it. And I was getting better, I think, a little bit by the end of that last game, but definitely shouldn't have played a doubleheader for my first time. That was a lot of pain.
Matt, you want to do some bump drills?
Oh, sorry.
Matt, you want to do some bump drills? I'll bring the bike out and we can just bump into each other. You can be on skates and I'll be on bikes and we'll just.
That would be all right. That'd help. Yeah, for sure.
I would really like you to just every once in a while just be taking some videos of you like doing some training, just goofy, and make a Rocky-esque montage of you getting ready.
Eye of the Tiger.
I was
roller derby.
I was in
this
the
is
garage
like a
at
great
8
movie.
o'clock. Yeah.
And there could be a great movie about roller derby.
Can we strap a GoPro or my 360 onto your helmet?
Wait, didn't they have one, Blades of Glory?
Yeah, it's like Blades of Glory, but yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what I'm most jealous of is that you get the roller derby and you get a cool nickname. All we do is ride stupid bikes, and we don't have any cool nicknames. We need nicknames.
You have one.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, hey, and I just since you brought that up, I just want to talk about that for a second because part of what I've really enjoyed about this roller derby's fun, but it's not really like what I want to do. Like as far as like if I had my choice, I would really like the speed skate because roller derby's fun, but also too like I mean the whole like I said, I'm bad at sports and I've always been bad at sports.
Me too.
But there is it can be a lot of fun. But one of the coolest things about it is just like the team, like being on a team. Like for instance, we're gonna go play laser tag next Tuesday, and like you guys can't come, you're not on the team, sorry. But no, we're gonna go play laser tag at Pirate Pete's because we're not practicing next Tuesday. And then Thursday night, there's an adult skate night at Emery Brothers. If you want to try to come skate Thursday night, 6 to 9, I'll be there. I'll give you free lessons on how to fall and not hurt yourself as much.
Do you think we can do like that dirty dancing move? Will you?
Yeah.
Do that
Oh
with
yeah.
me?
Yeah.
The lift.
Yeah. I will definitely dance. I will dirty dance with you. It will be a lot of fun. Honestly, though, I know it's bizarre, but roller skating in a roller rink is the most fun I've had. Short of like being in a crit and feeling good, it's so much fun because it's like just like it's just so I can't tell you how much fun it is. It's just so much fun.
There's a skater tie?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I'll go skate for 2 hours nonstop when I leave. And I'm so keyed up when I leave that place. And then like, I'll have a massive headache an hour later. The other thing too, and I've whined and complained and moaned about this, but like, I don't really have the issues that I sometimes have riding, when I skate. I don't know what it is, something about the way I move or the fact that it's just a lot less, like it's not as hard as like trying to do 300 watts, your legs aren't pumping as hard really. I mean, it's more gliding, I guess, but I don't have that like chest tightness and stuff. But anyway, being on a team, and I always thought, it'd be really cool, like, is just like get together and do like, at the crit course, just do some like, for like before your race for like half an hour or something, just do some like team drill type stuff. Like line up in 2 lines and like attack each other, something silly, because it's so much fun to do this stuff and like have a team, and that's been one of my favorite parts of it. And just so
actually, Matt, next Friday at the bike shop, we're going to wear togas and do a tug of war. So
that sounds really fun. Are you kidding?
What are we tugging on?
Yeah, I'm totally joking. Is that a good team exercise?
No, we're doing it.
I would really enjoy a tug of
wars, but we're on our bikes.
No,
we're on our bikes. Tethered.
It's a toga war.
Togo. Oh wow! I'm not the host anymore. He's the host.
Yeah.
All right. I think on that note, I think I'm about to call this an end.
Thanks for listening to my roller derby story. I appreciate it, and I do look forward to getting my bike out again. I'm sort of toying with going on March 28th to the spring crit. I don't think I'd race it. I just thought it'd be kind of cool if somebody's going March 28th to Gateway. Anybody doing that?
March 28th is not Gateway. March 29th.
Not Gateway, but like the Gateway race.
March 29th is Worldwide Tech. I'll be there.
What day is it?
29th.
29th. Yeah, I'll be there. That's a cool race to go if you want to go watch a crit and if you want to ride a crit and you have like never done a crit and you're scared about crits. That is a crit that is really wide open, and if you mess it up, that is a skill issue, and maybe you need to go do some more cornering drills. And that's not like me taking shots. Yeah.
Question. I think I've maybe asked this before. Am I strong enough to be in the worst division but wear a full face? And I'm not saying win, but just stay in.
Yeah, you can stay in, but
it's a full face.
Yeah.
Like a ski mask?
Like a downhill helmet.
Yeah, with a tin bar.
Depending on who shows up, yeah.
I might wear my knee pads and elbow pads.
You'll be able to sit in for sure.
So yeah, I mean, that just sounds more fun to me. It being a joke, and just seeing if I could be that guy.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, your head's gonna get blown all over the place because it's typically pretty windy out there. But sure.
Can you breathe? Can you actually breathe good enough in that to do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not like super restrictive, like airflow wise. You're probably getting too much airflow.
Yeah,
in some senses. Yeah. I mean,
your head would be safe. You would be very safe.
There's a St. Louis crit. There's a St. Louis Tour of St. Louis coming up too that you could do, Gabe, if you're interested.
Oh,
this weekend, right?
Yes, we can.
I was going to ask you guys. Did you see the Edwardsville Rotary Crit is the state championship now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aren't you excited for that?
Telling us about it.
You guys have to come up and watch that.
We're gonna
that race. You have to come up and watch. I want to stay the night so I can watch the pros at night too. Like that. Yeah. A huge party. Everyone should go. And if you're not going to race, come and I just.
I already told my girlfriend we're going, and if she's not staying the night to watch the pros and at least hang out with you guys in the morning, then I'm going to be a bachelor that weekend because I'm not going to miss it. So
I was going to say I'll be there. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Bells on.
I'll stay the night and have a few beers because that's an awesome event. Yeah. Big party at the end for sure.
Sweet. Yeah,
and it's going to be crazy with all the Chicago people down. Yeah, it's going to be crazy with all the Chicago people there.
I'm only going if Golson and Hargis share a room with me again, like Dust Bowl, because that was a crazy party when we did.
Well, if you share a room with me, it's lights out at 9 o'clock.
Bring the token.
Well, the race isn't over till 9 o'clock.
Yeah. All right.
Did we have we forgot anything? Does anyone have anything to add before we close? No. Gabe, does Barry Parks still want to sponsor this thing? Do you want to thank them?
Barry is forever and always our sponsor.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one sponsor.
Number one in our hearts. Number two in the toilet.
Well, I want to tell you guys thanks for letting me come on. This actually marks 1 year that I've been doing this. This week or next week, it's been a real pleasure and a privilege, and I definitely appreciate it.
Glad to have you here, Matt.
Yeah. Yes, glad you're here, and great job on the introduction and the hosting.
You're too kind.
Number one host.
Yeah. Started by Matt Golson.
All right, guys.
Have a good night.
I got a shower. All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night.